cantrip for us.
Greetings and salutations, nerds, geeks, fans of D&D, friends, and mostly family. Welcome to another Ramshackle production, a stream that promises if you watch us for an episode, Devin will take his shirt off.
Oh, nice.
TOS. TOS.
I almost took my nipple out right there.
It's already happened once tonight.
We need bits, people.
So,
Wait, how does that work on the sidebar? How many bits is that? Oh, sorry, it's the something attack. It could be a nipple monster.
the nipple monster. So I want to welcome everybody back. We have our full cast back this evening. Welcome back to Lee, Valkorian, and to Bones, Devin. Really appreciate you guys being able to make it. Lee is somewhere in the eastern part of our country due to the tornadoes and thunderstorms that hit the center part of our country. And that's about as specific as we'll get because we don't want you to track anyone down. So, where we left off last time, the party had cleared the cellar of the skeletons, and the skeletal alchemist had set out on a journey to capture a critter of some sort to attach poison that they had discovered in the laboratory to throw up into the attic to remove the scourge threat that still remains. The cellar, or the attic, being the only portion of the honeypot that they've not yet cleared out, with the intent being to clear out the honeypot so that on the 15th of this month, when the ship comes in, the party will be ready to take over the ship per the instructions of the City Council of Saltmarsh. There's a number of threads to pull on right now in regards to the plot for the party. They've got some pretty cool ideas about how they're going to try to tackle this mission. But for now, we'll open on the party, having arrived back into the garden area around the honeypot around 10 p.m. on this wine day, the 3rd of Pale Sun, 18 years after tragedy. Party, you arrive back in the dark evening hours. The two moons rise in the air, high in the sky. You've got the badger in a bag, which sounds like something worse than it is. You literally have a badger in a bag, and an intent to clear the rest of the honeypot out. What are your actions?
Nimbus compliments Valkorian on his badger knot skill.
Oh, thank you very much. I gotta get my room service. Be right back.
Yeah, before we poisoned this badger, I deems he needs a name. Perhaps Pierre Delecto. For we cannot poison which we do not have a name for. So
I think this is brilliant. He will be a delectable treat for the creatures in the attic. I think it's perfect.
So I think we should get to administering this poison and tossing it up for the birds to have, yes?
I have a quick question. We actually do have poison, right? Because I don't remember if we actually do or do not.
Yes, you did discover a tiny bit, enough to fill a water skin in the alchemical
lab, right?
apparatus that was in the lab.
Oh, right. I remembered. I was just making sure you did.
Yeah, thank you. I sometimes forget things that are pertinent to the game that we're running.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Shall we get to it? You can have my wine skin. I never use it.
We are going to fill a water skin with poison and strap it onto the badger.
You can use mine.
Try and do so in a way that it looks like it's just the badger's back, and that he is otherwise protected. He would be basically wearing a armor made of 2 water skins or whatever is necessary that have been poisoned.
Is the badger still alive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We tried to leave him alive because the birds prefer it that way.
Oh, the surgeon, they like the live. Okay.
Otherwise,
We're
we
also,
could just...
as players, we're also secretly hoping that he survives and becomes our mascot.
Okay, cool. Whose idea was this? My memory is fucked up.
I believe it was yours,
Is
Mr.
this my
Bones.
idea?
It's
I don't understand why you insisted that we went on this silly side adventure to go procure a strange animal and.
It seems like a dumb plan to me, but okay.
I suggested that we probably just burn down the house by throwing fire at the Sturgis in the attic, but you, in your wisdom, decided that this might be the safer.
I mean, the week before that, I totally wanted to burn the fucker down, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we thought that was strange too. Anyway, let's move along.
So I'd like to walk up to the Badger and say, hey, Badger, understand that you're somewhat bound here, but what would your name be? And I'll reach my hand out to shake his hand and see if he communicates with me.
Roll a nature check.
No, come on, that's animal handling, right?
Animal handling is domestic.
Oh,
It
God.
becomes animal
that
handling if he
that
hits
was
on
really
him.
quick. Yeah.
I had that issue this week in my D&D game.
Wow.
I've got to sign into Roll20. I apologize.
It wasn't a.
I can pull you up while you do that. Oh, wait to roll. Never mind.
It wasn't an occasion where you tried to domesticate the animal with your axe, because that tends to be how we do things around here. Domesticate his face in.
Domesticate that weasel.
So you have the badger in your bag,
That's a
right?
7.
Okay. So as you put your hand in the bag to shake the badger's hand, he tries to take a bite out of your hand. So we're gonna roll a d20 real quick to see if he's able to get a bite on your hand that you put in the bag. And
Would he not be making that at disadvantage as he's restrained?
He would, and that we rolled a 17 and a natural 1. So, as the badger goes to bite onto your hand, you're able to sense that he's rearing back, and you grab it. If you'd like to, you could grab it by the throat to restrain it, as it failed to bite you.
I don't advocate abuse of any type of animals, so I'm just going to yank up on his restraint as we've taken him from his home and thrown him in a gunny sack and let him bite at his own hand.
Okay, so the badger starts tossing about in the sack that you guys have him in right now.
Oh, we got a lively one here, boys.
So who's got the poison? I'm gonna hand whoever is gonna be who has the poison my water skin, because I
I
don't.
mean, we'll assume Nimbus did, I guess. I don't know.
That's fine. Yep.
Instead of calling it poison, you may not want to say that in front of the badger. We may just want to call it adverse vitamins.
Or fake blood. Adverse vitamins it is.
Yep. So let us secure the water skins on this poor little fellow and get this over with.
Okay, so I want to replay what I think is happening here to make sure that I'm capturing it correctly and I can figure out how to adjudicate this. You want to take the badger out of the bag, restrain him so that you can tie a water skin around his body, then carry him up to the attic and throw him into the attic. Is that a correct telling of the tale?
Almost.
Is there-
We already secured his front and back legs separately successfully last time.
Okay.
Valkorian did the
His sleight of hand.
or hitch knot or whatever it was.
I have
is
the name
right.
of the knot.
Yeah.
And I think it was even a nat 20 or something.
It was a cross
Something-
badger hitch.
Cross badger hitch, yeah.
Is the name of the knot. Yes,
So, yeah,
named
he's
by
like-
Lemony.
He's delicately restrained in a way that we should be able to easily.
Okay.
Not easily,
Just
however
yank his chain, let him free.
All right, so the badger is then going to be. You guys are going to move up to the attic and put him in the attic and see what the Sturgis do. Correct?
Is there a door on the attic? Like,
No,
up-
it's so the staircase. If you recall, the staircase has collapsed, and so to get up there, you had to. Bones had boosted Valkorian on his shoulders to lift his eyes up so he could see. But the staircase is broken, so to get up there you have to either climb there. There's plenty of holes in the roof. You can access it from other areas as well if you'd like, but there is absolutely no door.
I say we drop him in through the roof.
I would agree with that, and I would suggest that we take one of the many doors that we have kicked out of doorways throughout the house, and make sure we guard the various exits to make sure that the Sturgis and the Badger are all trapped in there.
So DM, if I was to cogitate about the current condition of this dwelling's roof along the area where we might find said Sturgis, would it be more puritanical of a lady and not be penetrated that much, or would it be more like Warren's mother and well planted?
The holiest of the most devout, with the holiest of holes, many holes throughout, like a nice Swiss cheese.
Very good. Very good.
Sorry, I just got holes.
Are you saying she's a dwarf because she's planted in the ground?
Hi, Joe.
It's exactly what I'm saying there, Stumpy.
Perfect.
Pierre Delecto is his name. That's absolutely right. Yeah, so there is, from where you're at outside, Vakorin, you could take a step back and just make me a quick perception check.
Boom, boom. Oh, it's a 20.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
there's
holes in the roof.
There's lots of holes in the roof. With that roll and the state of the roof, there's probably multiple ways to gain access for your slender body, to peer into the roof, to peer in.
I like that look. Your slender body. I don't know about that.
to peer into the roof. There's even more areas where you could probably see, but gaining entry, there's 2 or 3 spots where you could gain entry.
Right.
So perhaps a strong one, you, Mr. Bones, could toss this badger into the air, and we get ready to charge the attic post haste.
Okay, so I'm gonna basketball this badger into a hole, and are we gonna block the holes with the doors so that the sturges don't fly out too, or maybe
That
we
was
should all
my
set up at the
recommendation.
holes and then we drop in the badger.
Yep,
Right.
we all have to go. We should all grab pieces of wood and doors that we have collected from around the house and go each man an area that would be a route of escape. And then once you throw the badger in, we all hold all of the holes closed. And the bloodbath that will ensue, we hope, will not consist of any blood, but only the water skins filled with adverse vitamins.
Perfect. Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
I have the
Warren very
power
uncomfortably
to. I have the power to create the fog cloud over the roof, so it shall keep the sturges from flying off, as we say.
Okay. So who is going to climb onto the roof? There's probably okay, who's going to climb onto the roof?
This is
Looks
down to
like
try.
there looks like there's
Maris, have you any way of, just kind of slapping upside the head of this badger to stun it? Anything like that with the way you use your hands?
I am not schooled in the way of the badger slapping, but I could give it a shot, yeah.
I figured with that accent,
Badger
you'd have
slapper
many
talent?
weekends that were open for you for badger slapping.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So what are we doing here? You got about 4 or 5 ways. There's 2 or 3 entryways that Valkorian could fit through on the roof, and there's about 4 or 5 holes that are large enough for these sturges to potentially escape.
Can I block the way up with one door if I were to just hold it up?
You deduce that there's probably a door large enough if you took it off of its hinges.
Oh
Most of them are off their hinges. So I'll take 2 pittons and can I reach high enough to drive them into the wall where I could stand on that and hold the
Smart.
door against the roof?
You
zombie.
You could. Yep. You'll make some noise in doing so.
I'll do it last then.
Okay.
So I got the big hole here. I'll just hold up one of these movable walls and against the ceiling.
So
All right,
Valkorian will walk up to where Warren is at, and then go to the badger poison bags that we've made and kind of measure the length of rope that goes around its head, and then do it to Warren. So you're going to be hammering, are you? And just seeing if it would size on him instead.
I don't even know what to say. To that. I'm gonna hammer this wall. Clearly, with an intelligence of fairly low, not understanding what's happening right now.
Okay.
Right. So you may want to watch out making too much of a ruckus. As,
Oh.
it might get them a little bit excited, and they may start poking you in like your mother used to get.
So is hammering the pittons is what's making the noise, right?
Yeah, hammering the
That's
pit
right.
will absolutely make noise.
I'm trying to get those where I can stand on them and hold it up instead of, so like if I'm not right against the door. If it's lower, I don't think that probably helps, but that's the plan.
Okay.
I'll go last, and then we don't have to worry. I'm assuming then by then the badger will be up there and making a shit ton of noise.
Nimbus is gonna try and go grab like a piece of a drawer or a piece of a broken door from the first floor and get onto the roof and block one of the holes of escape that way.
I'm gonna go with Nimbus.
Yeah, that's the way to go because you're gonna drop the badger in. So we'll go to 2 holes on the roof.
Okay, I need athletics or acrobatics checks from you two as you attempt to climb the roofs. And we'll say there's a hole here, a hole here, a hole here, a hole here, and a hole here.
I'll go to the roof as well.
Oh God!
First roll of the night.
So yeah, as you're climbing up to the roof, you set your foot onto what you think is going to be a sturdy platform, and ends up being a loose shingle, and it slides off, and you plummet the 2 stories to the ground. Roll 2d6, please.
I'm good.
Can I try to catch him?
You know what? Yeah, well, you were close enough. Make an athletics check at disadvantage because you were trying to climb yourself, and so you're trying to hold on and grab him at the same time. So I'm going to make you make a check to grab him, and then I'm going to need you to follow up with your check to make sure that you're still able to climb up and not fall.
So it'd be 9 plus 6, so 15.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you're able to grab him. Now I need you to make a check because you've got the extra weight on you at disadvantage to hold on to the roof.
Okay.
Oh no.
And what would this be? What am I checking here?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Okay. Then this would be 17.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Nimbus is climbing up ahead of you, and you know the way you're looking at it, you're like, this guy clearly hasn't climbed many ropes onto crow's nests or onto some sails onto the ship, and he slips, and as he's falling down, you reach out your hand and you grab him real quick and are able to pull him in, and then latch onto the roof with your claws, and so you've got him, and you grab his hand and you lean it, you lift it up and put it onto the edge of the roof, and so now you're both up there. Nimbus, make one more athletics check to climb on the roof again.
Okay.
Are you doing anything, Bones, as he's attempted to climb?
I'm just saying, you should stick to swimming. You suck at flying.
It's pretty
And
good.
Nimbus goes, I'm very good at swimming, but you're right, I almost accidentally flew, and I would not be very good at that at all. 12.
Okay, yep. So you guys are both able to get onto the roof. You're about... Whoops, sorry. I don't want to draw another shape. You are both about in this area here. Let me see if I can move you over. Yeah, so we got Nimbus. We got Bones over here. Let me reveal that area real quick so you guys can see a little better. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys are there. Warren, you're going to try to block the door. Valkorian and Mars, what are your dispositions before we move to this next phase?
I could probably use someone to lift me up too if we just want to do that instead.
I'm going to the roof.
All right, so
Fair enough.
Maris is coming up to the roof. Maris, roll me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics, 15.
15. All right, you're able to make. So as you both are sitting up at the top of the roof, Bones and Nimbus, and you hear the pitter patter of feet, and then you look over, and here comes Maris just gliding up to the roof, and he gets amongst you in between the two of you there. So the three of you are poised on the roof. I'm assuming that you're going to spread out over the holes. Tell me.
Do I think if I cast Fog Cloud over the top, if it'll basically redirect the Sturges down? So what I want to try to do is keep them, at a ceiling that we could reach.
Smoke them in.
So it's 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point range.
Make a nature check for me. Roll a d20.
Okay. Here we go. Nice, not nat 20.
Yeah, your recollection of these creatures, they're fairly stupid creatures. They're bloodsuckers, so they go for essentially they look for live flesh. They latch onto it. Outside of that, they look for dark, enclosed places to build their nests. They're not fond of open, like you wouldn't find them in the open plains. You wouldn't find them out on the sea. You would find them in, caves, abandoned places, things like that. So you might be able to use your fog cloud to keep them in. Would be the best of your guess at this point.
I don't know
Okay.
if it's going to do anything helpful, but I can do one too. Like if we wanted to fog the entire.
Are you guys talking like on the roof and stuff? Are you trying to be stealthy?
Oh yes, you just got up here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we'll have a whispered
We'll
conversation.
be quiet.
And he goes,
Yeah.
We could use our fog clouds. Do you think it would be beneficial?
I was thinking to maybe keep them down low so I can punch them in the face. Yeah, but perhaps we could just obscure their attic, as it were. But
Yeah,
it is up to you, my friend.
Mike, you're
I don't know
also
if it's
aware
gonna
that they do have dark vision because of they're cave dwellers and abandoned houses and stuff. So you're aware of that. I
We
need you
will
guys
all
to roll.
be
I need you to roll
equally blind.
I need you to roll a stealth check.
Does it matter if it's heavily obscured, though?
Heavily obscured. It's still fog. Let me look at the fog spell before I answer that. My apologies.
Oh, good. That's a 4.
Yeah, I see that.
I had another non-nat 20.
Really knocking it out of the park there, huh?
Yeah, because my dice rolling is related to my skills and choices. Yeah.
Yep.
At least you didn't have 4 natty 1s like I did last time.
Yeah. Dark vision doesn't help with fog cloud. It allows them to see shapes in grays and blacks when there's no light, but it doesn't allow them to see through a physical obfuscation, which the fog cloud is. So if it was a darkness spell, they would still be able to see, but a fog cloud, I'll say that it would impact their abilities. But Dan, you rolled a 3.
No. Yes.
Okay.
It's a 4.
I'm rolling for them because it is nighttime and they're sleeping. So let's see if they. Oh, dude.
Wait, hold on. I heard someone's gonna buy inspiration. Wait, where is it? How do I do this? I've never done this before. Oh shit, not buy bits. I already have bits. How do I do this?
You do cheer and then
I found it.
100. So roll a d4 and add it to your roll. Their roll, by the way, is a 4 because they're a 5 minus 1 for their wisdom score. They have a 4. So as long as you roll, anything but a 0.
How do I?
There you go.
Yay.
All right. So you don't bust through the wall or anything. Hey, there's your inspiration. Thank you, Brahim. Appreciate that. So there's your inspiration die, and you're able to maintain your stealth. So what are you guys doing?
I think Bones observes that there's 5 holes and only 3 of us. So, do we have? Was anybody else coming up here, or was anybody else coming up here? Or is it just us?
I believe it is just us, but I did bring this piece of plywood from downstairs.
Well, I guess we could cover 3 of the holes, obscure one, and then throw the badger down the other one.
Sounds like a plan, yeah.
All right, so we wanted. Sounds like the plan is we're going to cast fog cloud along the top of the ceiling on the uppermost cavernous part of the attic and cover the holes as much as we can using our bodies as this piece of wood.
Cool.
And then you drop in the badger and we hope for the best.
Okay, cool. Which one am I dropping the badger down?
The big one.
The one by you? Okay. So I think I'm going to cover this middle one.
Dealer's choice.
Okay, got it.
I'm covering the middle one. I guess I'm going to throw it by Nimbus.
Okay.
And then I guess we're going to go. Are you guys ready for this, or?
What if they all just fly off
ready
as
for
soon
this?
as you guys do?
All right. So, are you just dropping the badger in a hole, or are you trying to throw it to the one that's 10 feet away from you.
I am dropping it in the hole. I'm setting the door on top of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to set the door down there. I'm going to walk over here.
Yep.
Drop it in, and then
Okay.
walk back.
Okay, all right. So, let's roll a stealth check for putting the. Are you trying to be stealthy when you put the door down?
Yes.
Okay, so roll a stealth check for putting the door down.
All right.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, like a fart in the wind. The door is placed gently on top of the hole in the roof. None the wiser appear to be the Sturges. So now you make your way over to the other hole and you pull the badger out of the sack with the wineskin tied around him full of poison, and you drop him in. Are you untying him?
You release. You got to release the hitch knot first too.
Okay.
Untie it and let it go.
Yeah, I'm going to grab him by the scruff of his neck. I'm going to untie him and then throw him down.
All right, make me a ranged attack at advantage because it's a pretty straightforward drop, about 10 feet for the badger.
So.
Okay, yeah, that no problem. You're able to drop the badger down, but because the badger is falling about 10 feet, he is going to take a d6 of damage when he hits the ground. Oh, he takes 1 point of damage. I have to look at Badger real quick. I think he has 2 hit points.
Come on.
Jeez Louise.
This is the worst plan ever.
He's like,
But
whose
why
idea
would
was
we?
this?
Why would we fatally drop the badger instead of letting it down gently?
Come on,
it's
Pierre
a badger.
Deflecto.
It's not like you can control, like, you're leaning in and whatnot. Nonetheless, he has 3 hit points. He takes 1 hit point as he hits the ground, and the badger, having been tied up, goes ape shit and starts tearing ass around the roof. You guys below hear the scratch of nails on wood as he starts tearing around, and then all of a sudden you hear the sound of wings unfolding as the Sturges are awakened and begin to try to attack the badger. All right, so I need initiative from.
I was wondering how that sentence was going to end.
The suspense was killing me.
Sorry,
The entire house. They attack the entire house.
I need initiative from everybody. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus.
Do we get advantage on our initiative because we were ready?
No.
No.
Damn, I tried. I rolled a 20.
All right. I
Very
need
nice.
20 to 25.
That's your boy.
15 to 20. 10 to
Keep
15.
going. 11.
11.
Who do you want to go first? You guys want to decide per turn?
No, Maris can.
All right.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
5 to 10.
8 for Nimbus.
And Bones.
1.
You were so distracted by dropping the badger that it's taking you a moment to collect yourself.
Mhm.
All right, first things first, Warren. You hear all the scratching and moving around and the roof above you. What are your actions, sir?
Would I have enough in a combat situation to, like, drive a spike into the wood as quickly as I could, like, step up on it and just push the door up?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm doing then.
Yep. Make me just a generic strength attack. Roll a d20 or strength check, d20, and add your modifier.
Oh, that a boy. That a boy.
Anything with doors,
My
man.
goodness.
It's
So
an
with-
anti-Sturgis door.
The
Fuck you,
precision-
door!
The precision of a master craftsman, Valkorian, a light suddenly sheens as the moon comes in through a crack in the ceiling, glints off the head of the piton. Warren pulls his hammer back, and it looks like he's winding up, and as he goes forward, tink, and the piton, like a nail gun, shoots straight into the right depth and secures the door solidly at the base of the attic there, blocking your path to the roof
Oh, right, I forgot about
and
that.
the combat above you. Anything else, Warren?
No. I didn't think about the fact that we couldn't get up there after this.
All
So I
right.
guess we'll just go have a drink now, eh?
Yeah, I would call that a job well done. Let's go and let's start walking towards wherever we keep drinks.
Right.
Nimbus calls up through the hole.
Okay, lads, let's go ahead and head on down to the Winchester, have a drink, and wait for the whole thing to blow over.
All right, so the Sturges all swarm around the Badger, and I don't have a Badger icon. Oh, actually, I do. I'm sorry.
Get that badger
monsters.
going.
Man, as soon as this started, I realized how awesome of a terrible idea this is.
So the Sturges.
Poor badger.
Look at that badger. He's even kind of like wrapped up in things. It looks like that's perfect.
So the Badger
He's got
gets
rope around him.
surrounded by these. I'm moving you out of the way for just a second, Bones, so we can see. Surrounded by these Sturges, and they all try to pile in.
That graphic makes it so much worse.
8, 9, that's 10 Sturges. So we're gonna roll 10 d20s.
Like Piper Perry on a couch.
Yeah.
One,
my
two,
God.
3 misses. 4 misses. Okay, so of the 4 that miss, I'm gonna say that there's a 50% chance that they hit the wineskin and a 50% chance that they hit nothing. So I'm rolling 4 percentile dice right now. How does it tie them together? What the hell is that?
They rolled 123. How much damage is that?
Oh
No,
no!
alright.
I think we all died.
Here's the first one. First one, above 50, it hits the wineskin. Second one, below 50, doesn't hit the wineskin. Third one,
That's bad.
above 50, hits the wineskin. Fourth one, below 50. So 2 out of 4, as they go in to try to suck onto the badger's back, they hit this wineskin, and as their mouths, their long mouths with the serrated beaks on it, pierce the wineskin and start sucking up, gray from the tip of their beaks, the coloration comes up into their heads, and they shake and pulse, and then 2 of them fall over dead from the poison, or in this case mercury, that they sucked out of the body of or they thought they were sucked out of the body of this badger. So we've got 2 Sturges down at this point. Damn it, wrong thing both times. And then there are still 8 Sturges remaining, and the rest of the 8 Sturges, between their damage, because they all hit for. Yeah, so the other 6 Sturges that are surrounding the badger, they all latch onto his body and they begin sucking, and you can all see their bodies pulsing and gyrating, and they grow ever so slightly as their blood bags fill with the blood of this poor helpless badger who happened to roll lower than them on the initiative order and doesn't get to do shit before he is drained.
Jesus Christ.
So we have 6 Sturges currently latched onto a dead badger body. Next up in the initiative order is Maris.
So all the badgers or all the Sturges are going after the badger, correct?
6. There's 2 off to the side here that aren't currently attached to the body of the badger.
And they're just hanging out.
They're sort of trying to mob in, but there's no space for them to get into the around the badger.
Okay.
Body. His poor body.
I'm gonna hold my turn until unless one of the Sturges tries to fly out, and then
Did you
I'll
put
cast...
your door down?
I wasn't holding one.
You
Oh,
didn't
okay.
have a door. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll cast Fog Cloud over the hole that he tries to get out of.
Okay, noted. If you see Sturge trying to come out of the hole, you'll cast Fog Cloud.
Yep.
Got it. Understood. Next up after Mr. Maris is Mr. Valkorian.
So I'm gonna run myself off over here to this window, reach out to where I can grab hold of the roof, and then hold my hand out for Warren so I can toss him up there whenever it comes time for his turn.
All right. So just to be clear, you're waiting for him to move towards you, and then you're going to propel him to the roof.
Right.
Got it. Understood. Unfortunately, he's at the top of the order, so your held action will get reset at the bottom. So it won't. That won't work. I'm going to tell you that now, so you can change what you want to do.
That's what I'm doing.
All right. Understood. So
Take a dodge.
Yeah, take the dodge action. Yeah.
Wait,
Nimbus.
grapple me, and then
6
I'll do what you're thinking of, and then
It's
we'll.
6 seconds of insults.
Toward the little bat creatures.
Nimbus, your turn, sir.
So 8 Sturges attacked this thing, only 2 of which hit wineskin.
Yeah.
So this plan was bad.
Well, they'll keep attacking though, won't they? Because we said they attack.
No, they drank him dry.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
dead.
I guess he
He's
got
dead.
shredded and the wineskins didn't account for anything. I don't know. I don't get it.
All right.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna hide up there. I'll take the dodge action.
All right, taking the dodge action. Next up, after Nimbus, Bones.
I'm gonna sit on top of my door and go in my shell.
Okay, sitting
Perfect.
on top of your door, going in your shell.
There's
Next,
room for 2 in there.
it's canon. Next up, Warren.
I'm gonna sprint at Valkorian, and I'm gonna take his hand and like use him as a lever and try to land on the roof and then pull him up behind me, sort of acrobatic style.
Ooh.
Okay. I like that. We
This
will.
is some Hobbit shit right here.
Yeah. All right. So you're
Toss me.
you're
You'll have to toss me.
Don't tell the turtle.
So you're running up. You're jumping through the window and grabbing his hand. Walk me through that just one more time. What's happening
So,
here?
like, I'm gonna be like, this is him holding onto the roof with
Yep.
his hand like out.
Yep.
So I'm gonna reach up for his hand and just like sprint full kilt into the window if it's not already broken, and then like try to like have him holding on like as sort of a central point that I'll swing around, and then I'll land on the roof, and then like from above like pull him above me
Okay.
back on the.
The only reason I'm gonna let this happen is because there's an entire comic book universe where physics don't work for Spider-Man's webs. So we'll roll this out as we attempt to web sling on a stationary target. I will let you. I was gonna have you roll this at disadvantage, but I'm sure Valkyrie is gonna be assisting through this, so it's a regular roll. Make me an athletics or acrobatics check as you attempt to perform this.
Gymkhana.
Gymkhana, yes.
If anyone's seen that movie. Oh no.
Oh,
no.
so close to the 19. That's a 5.
Oh.
Tilted.
It's
reroll.
I'll use my inspiration.
There you
For a
go.
reroll there.
All right, there goes Maris's inspiration.
I might pay to make this happen. This game is pay to win now. 17.
All
Just
right,
like real life.
17. So you're able to run up, grab his hand, spin onto the roof, but as you reach down to grab him, we'll have to have him try to roll on his turn because you're unable to pull him up as you were so focused on trying to land on the roof and not fall back off. So at this point, we've got you on the roof right about here.
The way I envision this is like you like run and get there and like swing up perfectly, and then when you're supposed to like put your hand down, you feel yourself like start to slip a little bit, and then put both hands up, and he just goes sailing past you. Like right as he's reaching for your hand, you go whoop and hold on for yourself and just fucking ghost him.
So the Sturges, hearing the noise of the dwarf land on the
Oh, I didn't
roof,
think about that.
begin to exit out of this hole,
Oh,
Which hole?
the hole above or by Maris.
so that means fog cloud's happening.
No, because it's top of the order. His held action got reset because he's below. Warren's at the top of the order, so any held actions from any players in initiative get reset at the top of the order.
Oh, where are the Sturges in the order?
They're second. They're right after Warren.
Oh, I thought it was like until your next turn.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh well.
Okay.
Good night. Come here, buddy. Just come here. I love you. Sweet
I
dreams.
say the same things to my cats.
You're fine.
Get
Okay.
it, Lee.
Yeah.
So the Sturge, one of the Sturges comes flying out and sees Warren and instantly tries to strike him. That's a 10. So with the Sturge seeing you tries to it makes contact with your armor, but you hear a ting as its beak tries to pierce through your plate armor, but is unable to do so.
Did you say something? I turn around and like. Anyway.
Another Sturge, seeing his brethren fly out, comes flying onto the roof. He also takes a bite at you, or a whatever you call that.
Oh.
That's a nat 20. All right, so he latches onto you and he hits for.
That's fine.
So he
We're
hits for 5 damage, but he is attached to your neck, right above your shoulder greave, and he begins. Oh, good timing on the buzz there. He begins sucking blood out of your neck.
Gross.
He doesn't know I have dwarf aids.
Jesus.
Jesus.
All right. So another
Date?
one comes out on the roof, and he also tries to latch on to Warren.
No!
What?
God.
Jesus Christ.
Son of a.
It also hits.
Well, what else did you want to play, Aaron?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was looking at wizards. They seem pretty great.
It latches on for 4 points of damage on the other side of your neck and begins sucking blood out of you. You're feeling a bit lightheaded as the two Sturge are juicing you. This Sturge comes flying up out of the hole over here by Bones, sees Bones, and takes. You're in your shell, so you have a plus 2 to AC. Is that
Let's see. Your action to gain +4 to AC.
nice? So your AC
Pretty
is
good.
Where the
Well,
fuck is that shit when they attack me?
Four,
Jesus.
four's not enough. Another Sturge comes flying up out of the roof, following his buddy on this side. He also tries to strike at you. Misses. The Sturge on this side flies out of the hole in between Warren and Maris and sees his two buddies sucking onto the dwarf. It's a little crowded and tries to strike at the sea or the Triton behind him. Maris, you have an elf or a Sturge attacking you.
An elf.
An elf Sturge.
That little Sturge has pointy ears.
8 plus 5, 13.
15.
All right, it misses. As it tries to come in, you definitely move your hand to the right and knock its. What do you call that thing on those?
Sucker.
Proboscis?
Sucker.
Oh.
Proboscis?
Face
Proboscis?
dick.
Yes, his face dick. You smash his face dick out of your
Aw.
face.
Mm.
And then the last one comes up and also tries to strike at the turtle in the shell. Is that a 7 or a 17?
7. It's a 7. It's a
I'm
7.
not sure
It's,
it's
it's
It's a
a,
7.
it's a 17 plus 4 is 21, so it hits, and it's able to latch on just at the top of the hole in your shell. It latches onto the top of your head.
What?
Oh, sorry, not a D6, a D4, and it does 6 points of piercing damage as it begins sucking turtle blood out of the top of your
Wait,
your head
he's
in
in
the
his
shell.
he's in his shell and he still got bit?
It's a
I
21
mean, there's
to
still
hit.
a hole there.
What does the shell feature do though? Isn't everything
plus 4
at
to AC.
disadvantage?
No, it's plus 4 to
Plus-
AC.
Oh,
An advantage on strength and con saving throws while you're in your shell. You are prone. Your speed is 0.
but it's
Disadvantage
just
on
plus.
dex.
Okay.
All right, so
Crazy.
that's the end
But
of
it,
this.
it doesn't close like a sphincter, I think is the moral of the story.
His
The moral
sphincter
of-
still closes, though.
Yes, while in the turtle shell, he can still close his sphincter. Yes.
Yeah.
That's also
He has
canon now.
that freedom. Yeah.
It's
important.
So
Only one at a time.
next up is Maris. Maris, what are you doing?
Are one of the Sturges next to me latched onto Warren?
2 of these. So this one is latched onto Warren, and this one is latched onto Warren.
Okay, so I'm going to target the first one and punch him a couple times.
All right.
So,
Me or the thing?
oh
You're
yeah,
the
the Sturge, I guess.
Quit getting bit.
So 2 punches, 24 and 15.
Yeah, those both hit solidly.
Unarmed damage. First one is 8. Second.
As you take your hand and you punch at it, it just evaporates into a cloud of blood as you smush it deftly with your monk attack. This one is DEAD, dead.
Okay. Well, I
You were
did
hitting this
max
one
damage on that with both hands. So
Yeah, they have 2 hit points. It doesn't take much to kill them.
okay. Well, that one's a blood fountain then.
That one's a blood fountain.
Then I'll use a key point and target the next one.
Okay.
Next to me.
All right.
So unarmed attack again.
Shit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Natty 20, I think.
The
Describe
opposite of your rolls were last game.
describe for me, if you will, how you explode this sack of blood.
Yeah, I think you just did.
I reach out and poke my fingers into his eyes and pull him off of Warren, and then just like rip him in half.
Oh, that's not the one on me.
No, it's not. It's the other one that's on him. He couldn't reach that one.
Well.
So he takes his two. This Sturge is going in for a strike, and you take your 2 fingers and you Larry the 3 Stooges it, stick it in and pull it out, and then pop it like a mosquito, and you've got blood and guts on your hands now. Any other actions for you, Mr. Monk?
I will yell out, "They do not like to be fisted," and that is my turn.
Valkorian.
Think I'm gonna find a way to flip myself up onto the roof, preferably over here next to Warren, if I could make that.
Make me an athletics check.
Athletics is a +3 for me.
Or an acrobatics, whichever you prefer. Sorry, athletics.
That is a +4.
All right.
That's a 23, sir.
Oh yeah. So Warren, as you've got one of the Sturge just sucking blood off of your neck, and the other, your face is covered in blood and guts from the other one that's been destroyed. You hear a wind, and you look over, and Valkorian's standing there.
Oh yeah, right. Should have used an improvised weapon.
Valkorian, your turn. That was still all part of movement and interacting with the environment.
Okay. Then I'll take my rapier, and even though Warren's a little bit leery of pointy things sticking in him, I'm just gonna, with wild abandon, stab and try to take out that one that's in his neck, or him.
Nice. Understood.
Ever since that whale, it's just been this shit every day. Little dick whale.
That's a 12.
Yeah, these things have an AC of 10. So,
Nice.
no, I'm sorry, AC 14. That's a miss.
Oh.
The Badger had a 10. Yeah, so as you try to stab it forward, Warren, sensing that he's not really sure if you're trying to hit him or the Sturge, moves slightly, and you miss the Sturge.
Right.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Next up after Valkorian is Mr. Nimbus.
Okay, so at this point, we've got, how many of these are visible presently? There's 2 here present next to Warren and Maris.
Yep, there's 6 total on the roof that you can see from the last.
Oh, there's 6 on the roof?
Yep, they've all flown up to the roof at this point.
Okay,
Attacking me or
so
Warren?
2 are latched on Warren and 2 on Bones. Is that
One's
correct?
latched
One in
on
my
Warren.
head.
1 and 1. Yep, they have the
1 and 1.
the circle with the slash icon to indicate who's attached.
Ah, I see. Those are the ones latched on. Okay.
And I have a turn before my next round, so.
You do. Okay. So Nimbus will go. Damn.
Or before their next round.
Way that he is set, it's not like I can get very far without provoking an attack of opportunity. So he's just going to move 1 over right here, get in the mix closer to Bones, and then just make an attack on, use his hammer and hit that one that is, how do I ping? The one to the left.
Okay, got it. This one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understood.
So let's do.
Yep. Make an attack roll.
Yep.
Long left click to ping.
What is it? Long left click?
Yeah.
Yeah, long
Oh,
left.
look at that. Okay. Yeah, that one.
Everybody ping it for good luck.
Oh, come on. All right. Swing and a miss. And that's his turn.
I missed your roll. It didn't show up on the screen.
Oh, really? It's,
For
me either.
It's,
Doesn't count.
25.
It's like it rolled off the table.
It was a 6.
6. All right, so that's a, you try to swing and it moves around your hammer and you slice through the air and hit nothing. Bones, you're up, buddy.
I'm gonna go into a rage.
Okay.
Oh, it's on my fucking head.
Perfect.
You're about to get boned.
Ooh.
Go into the bone zone.
Is that what he says every time he rages?
Oh god, damn it. So that's a miss, right? Or what am I?
Never actually
What's
done
your
a spit take. That was
modifier?
very close.
My strength is 6.
Mountains
So,
out.
well,
So it's a
goddamn it.
12. Yeah, that's a miss. As you try to swipe it, it's so small in your head that you're kind of being a little cautious so you don't smack yourself on the top of the head, and you miss it.
I'm gonna use my other attack.
All right, your bonus attack action. Got it.
Yep.
Swing again.
Okay, that's 16.
Yeah, that's a 16. It hits.
There we go.
Roll your damage.
What was it? 5, 1, 6 plus 4. Here we go.
Yeah, so your first cutlass, you're a little scared and you don't want to, not scared, but you're being cautious and don't want to slice the top of your own head. You got the distance just right. With the second one, you cleanly slice, and the proboscis is just sticking out of your head as the rest of the body falls away. So you've got this little thing just sticking out of the top of your head. Yeah, alfalfa style. As you destroy another of the Sturge. Anything else for you, Bones?
That's it for me.
All right. Next up, top of the order is Mr. Warren. What are you doing, buddy?
I'm gonna bring the flat side of my axe, like pull my neck back and just like smash the flat side against my neck to hit the guy on it.
Okay. Roll an attack, please.
It's 14.
14 hits. Yeah, meter beat. You hit.
And that'll be D8 plus 4. D8 plus 4. Oh wait, doesn't really matter, does it? 5. The worst I could have rolled.
You
Yeah.
is the sound as your blood comes oozing out over your helmet into your earpiece, your ear holes, and into your face, as another one of the Sturge is destroyed.
Nobody drinks my blood but me. And then I'm gonna take an action surge and swing at the one in front of Valkorion.
Didn't you use that before did you guys long rest after?
Yeah, we
you
long
did
rested after
That's
the-
right. Yep.
It's also yeah. Got it.
Yeah, they're for having only 2 HP, they're pretty nasty creatures.
That's a 19.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
That's a 1d8 plus 4. Oh wait, fuck. That's an 8.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Then-
you smack the one on the top of your head with the flat of your axe, and then you swing up and out, and the other one is sliced cleanly in half. Valkorion, you look over, and blood just fountains straight down from where he sliced the one that was open. It had gorged itself on the badger, and it is no longer amongst the living. This one is gone as well. All right.
My turn.
Oops. Next up is the Sturges. Nimbus, 2 of the Sturges turn and attack at you. First one.
Bring it.
Sorry, that's a d12. 19 is a hit, and it
That
hits
hits.
for 5 points of damage as it latches on to your upper shoulder and begins feeding off of your blood. The other one.
So when that latches onto me, he needs to make a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
Ooh. Well, this is the roll that I made, so we'll just use this roll. 13 meter beat or what? The DC.
It's a DC 13 Dex
DC
saving
13.
throw.
Yeah, he doesn't make it. What happens?
So he takes 2d8 lightning thunder damage.
From
So when he
what?
bites into my neck, what are you talking about? It's the Wrath of the Storm. That's his whole thing. He's electrically charged. So when he bites into my neck, Nimbus's eyes go white and lightning crackles all over him, and that thing goes and fucking.
Nice.
Yes.
So like the scene from Big Trouble in Little China, as lightning crackles off of you, and this thing like a mosquito, and then you hear the like a mosquito hitting one of those
That's
Bug
exactly
zapper.
right.
bug zappers. Yeah.
He just got bug zappered like a motherfucker.
And he's gone. All right, the next one makes a swing at you. 12 plus 5, 17.
Miss.
Miss. Nice. He tries to go in, and he's trying to dodge the lightning coming off of you, and isn't able to make contact as he's dodging in and out of the lightning. Bones, you've got one off to your right shoulder that comes in and tries to put its strike on you. 12 plus 5, 17.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going off my AC. Is that what it needs to be?
Yeah,
Or?
your AC. Yep.
It's 17, so it meets.
Yep, it hits. So he comes in and he latches onto your forearm for 4 points of damage.
Jesus.
Little fuckers.
All right, so he
Down to
is
13.
he is attached. Next up after the Sturge monsters is Maris.
Moving in to get some more punches in. Seeing my turtle friend in danger, I'm gonna punch the shit out of him.
Wait,
your friend?
Yeah, thank you.
All these pronouns are so confusing.
The Sturges. 11 and 14.
Yeah, those 14 hits, the 11 misses.
Damage. 4. Nice max damage. Fuck. 4 max damage in a row.
So
That's
you
awesome.
you walk up and you do just like this, like trying to get a fly, and it
I
goes.
box his ears.
Yeah, it comes oozing out from in between your fingers, and another sturge bites the dust. Any other actions from you?
No, I'm just gonna keep purging these Sturges.
Purging the sturge.
That's
Give yourself an
perfect.
inspiration point, because I
That's
don't think
terrible.
that was planned. I think it just happened.
Just felt right.
Next up after Maris is Valkorian.
Seeing the captain and a little bit of dire straits, I'm going to head over there and teach the Sturges the walk of life and stab it with my rapier.
Just waiting for one more
Roll an
song.
attack. It's a 21.
All right, so Valkorian, roll damage.
Right.
Thank God we were level 3 for this.
You're level 2.
Thank God we were not cheating. Oh wait, no. I'm actually level 2. Okay, cool. Thank God we're level 2 for this.
11 points of piercing damage.
Valkorian, describe the strut you take across the roof to finish off this sturge.
I've been
Strut
known for
describe.
some fancy footwork in my past, but seeing the captain under attack, it caused me to sprint over, take a slide in between his legs, and as I'm baseball sliding, stab straight up and impale that little twat and pull it open as it sends a nice, kind of like in Flash Dance of the hair going back as the rapier rips through, a good arc of blood sprays in the air.
And ships out at sea with the moonlight behind you, see the blood flash back behind you, just like that scene in Flashdance. And you can hear the foghorn of a ship far out at sea as it's impressed as it is impressed by your move. Gentlemen, that is the end of combat. You have defeated the Sturge. Please, everyone, award yourself 625 experience points apiece.
Ooh.
Well, that just doesn't seem right.
Some experienced Sturges. Sorry, 625 you said?
I did, yes.
Boom. Into level 3 we go.
Okay, cool. I was making sure I wasn't doing that wrong.
That
Yeah, I'm
was
at 13.
quite
5.
impressive.
Okay, cool. So am I.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. That was dope.
Awesome.
You
I
guys,
thought we were screwed there for a second.
it was touch and go for a second there. All right, guys. So yeah, as the combat abates and the Sturges, the bodies sort of sliding off of the roof, blood caking over Warren, a tiny bit of blood over the back of Bones' shell from the precision cut from Valkorian. What are your actions, players?
I'm going to say, if you're not too busy dancing around, can you get this fucking thing off my head, Valkorian?
I mean, I don't know, sir. Typically, whenever you're a Commodore, you get a much more flowery headpiece. I think just owning one boat in your fleet so far, it's a fitting piece of garb.
Don't piss me off more than I already am.
I'll yank it out.
All right, the last proboscis or whatever it's called is yanked from Bones' head.
Combat's over. Check for ticks. This is a Brad Paisley song.
Not yet.
Combat's over. Check for ticks. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Shall we lop this upcoming group shower scene?
No.
Okay.
I think it's against TOS, but I'm super into it. Maybe later. Well, so
only the
first thing I'm gonna do is
subscribers.
I'm gonna jump down and kick through the door on the floor.
Okay.
That you put there.
As you drop into the roof, let me describe for you what you see.
Oh shit!
There are grimy cobwebs on the walls and ceilings, and the floor is covered with broken furniture and other rubbish. Several holes in the roof allow dim light to enter the large room that extends the length of the house. 2 large sacks lie heaped in the northwest corner.
Lads, I think I found my sack. Anybody else missing a sack? There's some sacks down here. Oh, and the badger. I'm gonna go over to the badger and mourn it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it just a deflated football now?
It is. It's mostly just like fur, as its eyes have also been sucked inward from the strength of the 8 sturges draining its blood. And you feel very sad about the badger that died.
How big is the skull of this badger? Is it like dog-sized?
No, it's like a. We talked about it last week. It's about a 19-pound badger. So
Decently sized.
yeah.
Whiskey Cat, the badger.
Lads, if we were to take the skull out of this, we could give him a proper warrior's burial by leaving it out front and signifying the sacrifice he made to this house.
I think
And I'm
that is a
chopping
noble,
off the head.
a noble way of honoring the fallen that gave his life for our terrible, terrible plan.
Yeah, I was thinking we should probably also sacrifice whoever the fuck came up with that.
As I recall, it was someone else other than you.
Is that your custom to behead your how you say badger? So be it.
It's how we bury all of our warrior badgers in dwarf culture. So I'm gonna chop off its head, and I'm gonna take the head for later thingings.
Okay.
Taking the skull out of it.
Yeah, no problem chopping the head off. If you're trying to preserve the skull, though, I'm gonna need a survival check for taxidermy, I guess.
I figured I'd just hold on to it and like leave it outside and let nature do its thing.
Okay, yeah, that's also an option. So you add a badger skull to your inventory, and we'll adjudicate that later.
The
So
best part of my day.
it's about 10:30 at night. What are you guys gonna do?
Do you think it's worth it? Or, you said there's sacks in the attic. Is that it?
Yeah, there was two sacks in a corner there in the northwest corner.
Search 'em.
Did you want to go
Oh,
look
yeah,
at them?
I want to go see those sacks.
Yep. Roll me an investigation check as you make your way over to the. And we're talking about the sacks on the ground, not Warren, right?
Oh, I thought we were doing the shower scene.
Oh, yep.
God damn
Look
it.
at my sack! Look at my sack!
God damn it. Investigation. Somebody else better do this. 6.
Seeing him struggle, I'm gonna go over and help him.
It's no big deal. He's struggling with his sacks, and there's cobwebs, and you find two dolls, and both of the dolls have had one eye removed, but an eye in each of the dolls is small little gemstones, and they're jades worth about 10 gold apiece. So you have add 20 gold to your inventory, or split it as you see fit.
Okay. I'm gonna hand it to Warren and be like, hide this from Valkorian, or he'll stick it in his pants.
I've noticed he sticks things in his pants. Is that a thing? And I'm gonna toss them up to Maris, who I believe still has the bag of holding. Can I throw them through the roof? Be like, no, Maris, come down here. I'm not gonna throw these. These look like they're important.
I'll drop down and help investigate.
Cool. Make an investigation check.
I mean, at this point, we all should just be climbing in anyway. If we were on the roof, right? I'll climb in.
Okay.
Investigation 10.
10. Yep. You search through the rest of the roof or the attic. Excuse me. You don't find anything else. What you do notice though is that the where the staircase used to be, there is a well-crafted door nailed into the floor there. It almost looks like it's part of the house. It's so well crafted in how it's placed.
I forgot about that. I'm gonna start jumping up and down on the door, trying to knock it in.
Roll a d20 strength check and do it at advantage, because obviously you're gonna persist until you break it.
Obviously.
That's fair. I was gonna do that. 21.
Yeah, so after about the third jump, the door just falls down, and your Patone is still just sitting in the roof as the door slides off of it and crashes to the ground, and you take 2 points of damage from landing on the base of the stairs.
Well, lads, I think I could use a short rest.
Yep.
What did you find down there, Warren?
Someone broke the stairs. It could have been anyone.
So yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
You
I'm
said it was
proposing
evening.
Yeah,
Short
it's
rest.
about
It's like 10 p.m.
10:30, 10:45 at this point. Yep.
Or long rest.
Hey, Warren, when you planning on burying that mate of yours?
I could do that right now and then go to bed. I wouldn't call him my friend. I would say he's a guy whose name I know. I would say he's a guy whose name I technically know.
I'm going to
Right.
begin the process of patching the holes in the attic and cleaning up the mess in here.
We gotta make dinner and drinks. We already eat. Like I'm lightheaded, you know.
No, you haven't had a meal yet.
I'm lightheaded for other reasons.
So just to play back what I think I've heard, so it sounds like Warren's going to go down into the attic, grab the dead dwarf's body, and try to bury it somewhere in the yard. I'll need you to show me where you want to bury it. Nimbus is going to try to start repairing the roof with, I'm assuming, bits of wood, broken doors.
I'll help
and stuff.
and toss out some Sturge bodies as well.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly cleaning it out because it's disgustingly covered in. The roof is covered in sturges, and the attic is just old and dusty and gross.
Okay.
So like throwing things out the holes in the roof and then patching the roof.
Okay. And then Valkorian and Bones, what are you guys going to be doing?
I'm gonna suggest. Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
I was gonna suggest that we could eat the sturgeons since I'm a turtle and they probably are good for me.
Oh, gross and accurate.
Grill them up.
The turtle
like-
does eat bugs, etc. Like
Steam
historically,
sturges.
So
It's
that's
an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat the one that has my blood in it?
snap into a sturge. Jay.
They were both squished, the ones that had your blood.
Oh, well, you can lick it off me. You can lick it off me.
All right.
I'm gonna go
Does need
downstairs.
seasoning.
Oh, is anybody a cook? Is Valkorian a cook? Am I a cook? Do we know?
I think it's reasonable that one of you guys would have learned how to. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Definitely not the Tritons. I don't think we're cooking any of your land food.
I'm gonna go downstairs and look at the situation of the new headquarters. Is what I'm gonna do. And
Okay.
Think about making dinner.
So are you going to go into the kitchen area?
Yeah, kitchen area.
All right. So then, just from a disposition standpoint, Warren, you're down in the attic, getting the body. Bones has made his way into the kitchen to try to take the state of the kitchen. Nimbus and Maris are on the roof. Valkorian, your action?
I'm going to be going out around the property doing a patrol, pulling security.
All right. So let's do this then. Pull this here. All right, so this is sort of where I've got everyone dispositioned. Maris and Nimbus are off into the roof. Warren, you're downstairs, but that's approximately where you are downstairs. So Bones, as you enter the kitchen is dirty and damp with patches of gray mold and cobwebs on the floor, walls, and ceiling. In the southwest corner is some iron cooking equipment with a chimney above. Next to it under the window is a cracked and discolored stone sink. To the right of the sink, a small closed wooden cupboard is fixed to the wall about 5 feet above floor level. Against the far wall, a flight of wooden stairs leads upward from the west to east. So on the north, you can see those stairs that go up from here. And so, what are you going to do in here?
I'm gonna start inspecting the stuff to see if it's usable. I'm kind of thinking in my head that this back area is gonna be our base of operations for the time being until we take advantage of the ship on the 15th.
Yep, and Valkorian, as you're making your rounds, you can see through the window the shadow of Bones moving through the kitchen. Bones, make an investigation check.
Okay. God damn it. 7.
Okay, so as you're kind of poking your way around in the kitchen, Suddenly you hear scurrying, and you're not really sure. And then all of a sudden, from up out of the sink, you see 4 giant centipedes begin to crawl out and make their way around you. I need initiative.
Oh,
Let's
God
go.
damn it.
Crab people.
Motherfucker.
I need initiative from everyone.
Do we get any bonuses with initiative?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Wait,
Okay.
don't you get like a plus whatever from
Yeah,
your
It's your
character sheet?
dexterity bonus.
Yeah,
Dexterity?
I think he means like above and beyond, because he doesn't have a dex bonus to his on his character.
Oh, imagine being that bad at rolling dex.
All right, so Dan went AFK for a second. 20 to 25, anyone?
You're all single digits so far.
Okay, 15 to 20. Giant centipedes had 16. 5 to 10. 1 to 5.
No, so you've got me at 9,
Okay.
Maris and Bones at 8, and Warren at 6.
I'm at 6, yeah.
Thank you. Maris, Bones, 8. Will someone roll for Dan since he's not here?
Dude,
I got him.
Oh, look at
13.
And he gets on his initiative modifier +1, so he's a 14. So he goes second. All right, Bones, I'll give you a chance. Did you want to do anything before we go into combat as the 4 centipedes start crawling out?
Can I move?
I'll allow you to make a 5-foot move, or and then free actions, interact with the environment or anything.
I'm gonna yell out. I'm gonna move this direction right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell out. It's like, looks like we got some trouble down here.
And you guys on the roof, you can hear Bones calling out that he something about trouble. You're not really sure what. Valkorian, you clearly hear what's being said through the thin walls and the window, and you can see the centipedes crawling up out of the sink and making their way under the ground. Warren, all you hear is a commotion. You don't really hear anything specific.
Isn't the dwarf body underneath this area?
Yep, you're absolutely right. It is.
Inspiration. Who said that?
So you're off screen at the base of the stairs there. And
Yeah.
Valkorian and Nimbus, you guys are on the roof. You were patching holes and stuff right around. I'll just say in these areas, pretty close. Valkorian, Maris rolled for you. You had a 13 on initiative, so you'll go second. First things first, the giant centipedes though come crawling out.
We got streamed, or we got 100 bits.
100 bits. So you guys have a
Oh,
D4 initiative to use as you see fit, guys. So the first giant centipede
Get
moves
these
up
peds.
and tries to swing at you, and that's a 7 plus 4 is 11. I think that's a miss against your armor class, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm 17.
All right. The second one comes scurrying up out of the ground, and it tries to bite at you as well. That's a 19 plus 4 is a 23 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it does 1d4 plus 2 damage. So it does 3 points of damage, and then you must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
DC 11.
That's not good.
DC 11.
Yeah, I think you have an 18. So yeah, you're able to fight it off. When you feel his pincers bite into your hand, you can feel a heat emanating from some sort of venom that's creeping into your skin. But with your hardened tortal endurance and constitution, you're able to shake it off, and you get the impression that this thing has a sting that's far more powerful than its bite. The last one that can get into melee range with you moves forward and makes a swing. That's a 5 and 4. That's a 9. I believe that's also a miss. And then this last one just crawls up and is able to get in combat. What are you laughing at there, buddy?
Somebody dropped a link in chat.
Oh.
Did you click on my video?
Next up is Nimbus.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I mean, like he's pretty far away, but Nimbus is gonna just start booking it down from the from where he is in the attic
Okay.
down toward the kitchen.
All right. So you make your way. We'll pull you over. So you're gonna. Ow. Are you gonna dash all the way?
Yeah, double move for sure.
All right. I think what that does is that takes you. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. I went to the wrong room. Sorry. First floor there. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And what's your speed?
30.
So you are at 50 right here.
Cool. Yeah, I mean he'll finish the move and get all the way in there.
All right, move the last 10
1,
feet.
2. Boom, boom.
Boom. All right, that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
After Nimbus, next up is Valkorian.
So he's going to, hearing what's happening and kind of the sounds of combat, running start, dive through the window,
Nice.
hoping for a better result than the original foray into the building.
Yeah.
Looking for
Forgot about
a
that.
forward roll and then stab into the ground with the rapier to try and target that one right there.
Got it. Yeah. Roll me an athletics check.
Whoa.
Right.
Or acrobatics. Sorry, you're +4 to acrobatics. Yeah.
That's a 16.
Oh yeah. So you come diving through the window with your rapier out front, and the tip of the rapier pierces the glass, and it sort of folds away from you as you come in behind it, push the glass into the room. Bones, you see a shower of glass comes flying into the room, and then from the center of it, like a banana coming out of a peel, Valkorian lands on the ground, rolls, and makes a swing with his rapier at the giant centipede.
No!
Oh,
Oh, inspiration, right?
If somebody has one, it looks. I think
I do.
Nimbus has one.
Burn it.
I thought we got it gifted.
Oh, you
No,
have
that's a
D4.
D4.
That's not going to make that one
Oh,
anything
oh.
more than a miss. So yeah, Nimbus gives you his
19.
Merit.
19.
Maris.
Maris, sorry. Comes rolling out, and you take your rapier and stab it into the giant centipede. Roll damage, please.
So that's a 10 plus 1d6 for sneak attack.
So like,
Nice.
14 piercing damage.
so you come rolling in, and at first you misjudged you think you've misjudged your roll, and you're starting to roll past the centipede, but you take your rapier and stab it over your shoulder, and you bring it back, not really thinking you've hit anything, and on it, much like a shish kebab, you've got a giant centipede on your rapier. So centipede bob, a shishkapede. You got a shishkapede.
Sentabob.
A centibob.
Nope.
None of those are
Both
good.
of you get the hell out.
Any other actions from you, Mr. Valkorian?
Hey, Captain, hope you're hungry for kebabs.
Yeah, save that for later.
A shishkapede is what Lemony thinks it should
That's
be.
pretty good.
Oh, that's it.
Bless you.
If there's nothing else from Valkorian, Maris, you're up.
My next character name.
I think I have to sprint down as well. So
Your movement, though, I believe, is you're at 40 feet
I'm
at
at
the second
40.
level. Yeah, so
Dang.
50 feet would put you here, and you've still got another 30 feet of movement.
Let's see.
Down enough.
Can I 5, 10? Yeah, I'll just move here, I guess, for now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't use flurry because I haven't attacked, so that's the end of my turn.
Okay, end of your turn. Next up is Mr. Bones.
Okay. So if I move anywhere right now, do they attack me?
Yeah, if you were to back out of that room, both of those would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay, cool.
Take the action disengage, and then you can move away from them without incurring any attacks.
Okay.
But you just
So I'd
don't
have to
do any other
disengage,
normal
and then my
attacks.
bonus action would be to move.
No, you can
No,
still
just
move.
movement.
You can disengage as an action, and then take your movement, and you still have any bonus actions that you want to take, if there is any that you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna disengage and move just right there,
Okay, that's your,
And
your
then-
action. Yep.
and then what does a potion of healing do?
It'll do 1d4 plus 4 damage. I think the basic potion of healing is.
1d4
Healing.
plus 1.
What do you guys? Well, since I moved here, I think I'll be okay. So I don't really want to use
Yeah.
it now. So I might. So I guess now I'm
plus
just
4.
gonna go. Just hold off from doing anything.
You can-
Common potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Oh.
Yep.
And you can move your full movement. You don't have to just move 5. You could move 30 away if you want.
I just need to get them so they're not all attacking me. So
Right.
just want it. So here's perfectly fine.
Funnel them.
All right. Anything else from you, Mr. Bones?
That's it for me.
All right. Next up is Warren.
Did I hear him yell last time? I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Very
you were
commotion.
you were closer than I had you, but where I had you initially, it was just a commotion. Him, because it would just be coming down the stairs. You would have heard him say something trouble.
I was super ready to just hang out over there. Damn.
Always
So-
fucking me.
5. Wait, do I move 30 from there? Or do I have to take movement to get there?
To get you to the stairs is going to be your full movement will be 25. Will put you right where you're at.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna yell. Did someone say Hubble? Did someone say Hubble? Because that's all I would have heard, and that's my turn.
You can take your full movement because that's 25 get you there, and if you dash, use your other 25 feet, or are you intentionally stopping?
I'm a little confused by what's happening.
Understood. Makes sense. I won't force your character to do anything he doesn't want to do. Next up is the giant centipedes. So the giant centipede will attack the thing closest to it. Valkorian, he's going to take a swing at you. 1d20 plus... That's a 17 plus 4, I think it is. That's a 21 to hit.
Right, that hits.
All right, and it does 1d4 plus 2 piercing damage. So it does 4 piercing damage, and then I need you to make a DC 11 con saving throw.
Right. Plus 2. Oh, I see 9.
All right, you take 10 points of poison damage as the centipede begins to engorge poison into your bloodstream.
So what was the original attack was worth how much?
Original attack was 2 and 2, 4 points of damage, and then 10 points of poison damage.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Nimbus, one of the centipedes swings at you or bites at you. 6 plus 4 is 10.
Nope.
Maris,
It can
one
fuck off.
one bites at you. Natural 20. So it does
Miss.
3. It does 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I need you to make a DC 11 con saving throw.
Son of a.
Come on, save.
Con, you said?
Yeah.
Is...
Gone.
13.
Oh, you have a D4.
Use your D4.
Do it.
Oops.
I'm not seeing these rolls at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mine-
So,
All I
some
see
are
is our 1d4.
Yeah, some is coming
Guess
through,
I don't
some
have to
aren't.
type
It's
on that.
weird.
1.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's good enough. So you're
Yeah.
able to you feel the heat from the poison trying to, and you shake it off with your monk fortitude. That's the end of the centipede's turn. Next up after the centipedes is Nimbus.
Oh yeah, we're bringing the hammer down on this nearest one. We'll say it's the bottom left one,
Got it?
and we will. Let's see. Plus 4. Sorry. Okay, that's what I thought. 18 to hit.
That hits. Yes. Roll damage.
Good. Fuck him. D8 plus 2. 4 damage. That's weak.
Yeah, it's enough. Splat! As your hammer comes down
Alright.
and you squish the centipede into the ground, its legs flying off into many different directions as you've ended the life of that creature. Next up,
Sick.
anything else?
Yeah, let's bonus action healing word on Bones and call out to him and go, my friend, you're going to be fine. And he extends a hand, and you're going to get 1d4 plus 3 hit points back. So let's do this for you. 5 hit points back.
Oh, your healing juices are so good.
So
Why is that not my ringtone?
I cast refractory period.
Clip it, please. That's the new ringtone that we'll be selling to our subscribers, or giving our subscribers, telling everyone else. You hear it's like water entering your ear, and the dulcet tones of Nimbus. You feel relaxed as your health bar goes back up. Nothing else for you, Nimbus?
That's it.
All right. Next up is Valkorian.
Right, so I'm going to bonus action disengage, and with my 3 measly hit points left, do a forward roll and do a kick off this wall down here and stab into this little fucker right here.
I forgot it was you that took all that damage. I thought it was Devin. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's how I playfully within character berate you, but still not wanting to damage our relationship, so in a future state you might actually heal me.
Roll an attack, please.
Yeah, that was just an error. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
8's a miss as you roll forward and you miss the rapier and scrape the wood behind the centipede as he scurries about.
Scrapier?
I'm a bit light-headed, boys. A lot of blood loss.
Anything else for you?
No, I use my bonus action to disengage.
Yep, Maris, you're up.
Okay, well, after dodging a pretty sick bite by one of these centipede motherfuckers, I'm going to move into space and attack this one.
All right, roll an
with
attack, please.
unarmed. Punch that thing in the face. Oh, not very good. 10 and 12.
They both miss as the centipede scurries about and is able to miss your trying to hit it on the ground. Yeah, like this.
Channel anger.
Scurries about.
Use a key point. I'm going to swing again.
Do you get 2 attacks with a flurry of blows? I think it's just 1.
Let's see. To make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Monks, man.
Yeah.
That's why I have this
macro.
But as I do.
Yeah, so that's a hit with one of them.
Okay,
Roll
one
damage.
Hit. Fucking 5.
That's enough, man. As you're doing that, you guys are looking over, and it looks like he's trying to massage the ground. As he's just doing his hands like this, and in one of the chops, you cleanly cut the centipede in half, and it is sent to the underworld.
Good.
Anything else?
No.
Warren, your turn, sir.
So now that I can finally see what's happening, and I'm a little bit concerned, I'm gonna say, "Oh fuck, that wasn't nothing about Bumble," and I'm gonna run up around the corner. It says 1, 2, 3, and swing with the axe right at the one I can see's face.
All right.
Gotta hit.
You guys gotta show me how to do macros later. I don't know what I'm doing. 10. Wait, did we use the inspiration dice already?
It's already been used, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
So as you come strolling into the room, swinging your axe, you're unable to make contact with the centipede on the ground. Back to the top of the order, the centipedes.
What about my turn?
Yeah, you skipped him actually.
Oh, Maris, then Bones. My bad. Sorry, Bones.
Jesus.
Your turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna move right here and take a swing at him.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I was trying to grab the.
The okay.
Yeah, he's gone. You're fine now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I thought it was the ghost in the machine there. Ooh, 12.
12 misses with your first strike as you cut down in your cutlass and cha-ching, head off of the ground. Next attack, if you'd like.
Do it again.
Do it.
Ping! This one also misses, and you've taken 2 gouges out of the ground. The centipede rears back and strikes out at the dwarf casually, lazily listing to the left as it entered the room.
Oh, come on.
21 to hit. 4 points of damage.
That's on me or
Yep,
on Valkorian?
on you.
Oh,
Yep.
Well, that's fine. I'm fine.
And then roll a DC 11 con saving throw.
This is what I'm great at. So it's DC. Say again.
DC
DC
13.
11.
Oh, 11.
So I
Yeah,
roll-
sorry.
Roll so plus my modifier, right, which is 5.
On the upper left-hand corner is your saves
Yeah,
specifically.
I got it. I got
Yeah.
plus 5 on that. Fuck, it's a 9. God damn it, I rolled so low.
You take 10 points of poison damage as
Oh, I'm fine. We're fine.
As it bites into you, you just kind of push your hand into it further. Oh, give me a bite, and it does, and it keeps going, and you feel the heat of the poison.
Not that hard. Not that hard.
Next up, Nimbus.
Let's bring the hammer down on this guy.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
Splat. Roll
Do
damage,
it.
please.
6 damage.
6 damage. Describe for me how you end the life of this giant centipede.
It was just latched onto and biting Warren, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, while it's while you've got this thing hanging onto your arm, Nimbus is just gonna pull on its on the gross end of it, and it just snaps and like sprays everywhere, snaps in half.
So now you've got, as he pulls it and it snaps, your left side of your face is covered from the blood of the scourge above, and as this centipede is pulled and it begins to stretch like gummy candy, and then it snaps, and part of it snaps back and cracks you in the face, but you've got this
So-
ichor.
Nimbus has like yellow goo painting half of his face, and he goes,
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Yeah.
and then
I
Everybody's
would like
doing
to
their
know
part.
more.
he's stomping on the remains and goes,
I'm doing my part.
Would you like to know more?
I would like to know more, actually.
All right, 400 XP for everyone with the
Ooh.
completion of that combat. Bones, would you like to continue to try to cook food?
Anybody hungry?
I'm fucking starving.
he's just eating the goo off the ground.
So I thought we'd cleared this fucking place out. I'm sorry that I almost killed us there.
Oh, you did nothing wrong, my friend. This hellhole has a few tricks up his sleeve left out, and we have a lot of work to do to cleanse this place.
I guess maybe the buddy system?
That would be a good way of doing things. The Tritons will continue doing repairs and watching each other's backs.
Or maybe we
Um,
can just do all that in the morning. I've got rations. We could just eat those and sleep tonight, and then worry about, a proper breakfast in the morning.
It is
Agreed.
creeping up
So,
close to
um,
midnight.
Yeah, I'm not one to stand on pomp and circumstance, but perhaps I could go and slip my wrist over the well and call out "May His strength into me," and just to make sure that it's clear.
That sounds like a good plan, yeah.
Is that I'm gonna lean over to the turtle. Is that an elf thing?
It's a Valkorian thing. I have no
He often slips his wrists. Oh, I met a girl like that. Her name was Avril Lavigne, I think.
Oh no.
He just loves a blood toilet.
Indeed. So I'm feeling a bit lightheaded. I'm gonna go execute a rest plan with your permission, Captain.
Yeah, I think we should all take a break and try to heal up. I'm not feeling well either.
I'm gonna hold my rapier out with your kebab on it.
Oh, thanks. I'm just gonna take it
Nice.
off.
Chomp down on it.
Bones
Al
eats
dente, very good.
a
Oh, that's fantastic. Leave the rest for me, guys.
shishkapede is what Bones takes advantage of. Cool. So you guys go ahead and execute a long rest, if you will, and that will progress. Anything else before you go into a long rest? Sorry.
I guess not. If we're gonna continue like repairs and all that sort of stuff in the morning, then yeah, we'll just rest.
I'll pull first watch.
All right. I need second watch.
I'll do
sh-
good.
Yeah. Nimbus will go second.
Third watch.
I'll do third, but only long enough. Can I bring the dwarven corpse up into the room while everybody else is resting?
What the
you
fuck?
in order to
No.
get in order to have a long rest, it has to be light activity. So
All
like
right, fair enough.
yeah, reading a
I'll
book.
think about it. I'll think about it for
Okay.
2 hours though.
Necrophilia isn't light activity.
So on your, give me a perception check for your watch, Valkorian, please.
Lee frozen.
No, he's there.
Pulling it up.
He just likes that long eye contact.
Staring
I
deep
do it
into
for
my
the
soul.
fans.
It was frozen frame.
It's a 16.
Yeah, as your watch progresses without issue, but you do notice through the course of the night the wind is steadily picking up as the night progresses. When you wake up the next watch, which is going to be Nimbus, as you wake up, you can hear the wind, the rafters of the roof kind of shaking a little bit, the closing shutters, the shutters that are outside the windows opening and closing a little bit, smashing up against the side of the house as a strong wind, a strong breeze takes note. Roll perception check, please.
Okay.
Question on that wind direction. Is it the same direction as the trade winds, or is this a different direction altogether?
It is blowing to the south with the trade winds at 25 to 31 miles an hour.
Isn't it nuts?
It's very specific.
It's what I have in my weather.
Oh, it's
my
just a
weather
bad joke.
tracker.
Ignore
You don't hear anything. Your rest goes without issue.
Okay, you got that 15.
Yep, I did. Nimbus. Next up, last watch.
That's me.
Do I take my rest before or after that? Oh yeah, go ahead. Nose goes.
Oh, 6.
I need
Oh.
a D100 from you.
Oh, no.
God.
I'm trying to sleep over here.
Don't do what he says.
He can't make us do
Uh,
anything.
Mushrooms start climbing out of your
22.
bum.
So as the wind is shaking the house a little bit, by the window on the outside of the kitchen, in the distance through the cracks in the outer wall and in the hills beyond, you see a green light flicker and then disappear.
Am I alarmed? Like, what is the?
It's-
How large is the light?
It's small, so it's either something really small, very close, or something very large, very far away. But it flickers for a second and then disappears.
Anyone awake, or is everyone else resting?
Everyone's resting. Well,
Okay.
Valkorian doesn't rest. He just goes into like a trance.
Okay. I will just wait and watch, see if anything happens.
It's less like that, Valkorian, and more like you've all seen the video of those goth kids under the bridge.
Perfect. Love it.
That's what your trance looks like. He's trying to get an invisible box.
What?
This is what elves.
I'll read this.
I'll link it in the chat. Don't worry.
Can we do a replay of all of us doing that dance together? Clip it. Oh, it's so bad.
It is now canon that the way elves sleep is like those goth kids dancing underneath the bridge in that
Oh,
video.
that.
Oh, I got it with the Thomas the Tank Engine soundtrack. I got it.
All right, so morning comes it's about 7:30, 8 a.m. in the morning on. Sorry, I'm thinking of that video still, and it's absolutely
So
hilarious. It's Thunder Day, the 4th of Pale Sun. Again, there's a really strong breeze blowing to the south. Clear sky, and it's a little warmer today than it has been in days previously. Players, the day is yours. What would you like to do? Please execute a long rest in your character sheets.
Oh yeah.
So at breakfast, I'd like to bring up the ghostly green light, and we heard this place was haunted, but perhaps the rumor is actually true. I saw some strange occurrence last night, but you were resting, so I was not able to investigate.
Would I have heard of something like this in the past? Old wives' tales, old sailor tales.
Make a history check, please.
That's a 13.
Yeah. So the southern shore of Nord is known for these fireflies that have a green glow to them. Some say that if you follow the firefly's light, it can lead you to great treasures. Others say that it can lead to great travesty. It's kind of an old wives' tale of children following fireflies into the woods and never being seen again, or old hunters or trappers following it and finding some great treasure trove. So it can go either way in the tales that you've heard.
I love travesty.
I've heard tales told in past along these southern coastlines that the gods, both great and small, will ordain a champion, and it will only realize that it is the champion by having the providence of seeing a green flickering light, often at night, as the ambient light from the sun can make it difficult to spot. It would appear, son, that you have been chosen by the gods for some great purpose.
And I'm just going to very slowly walk up and just kind of touch his chest and then bring it up to his cheek and like look at him and then back away.
So, Valkorian, what do you think? Is it travesty or treasure?
Well, I believe you've been chosen by the gods, son, because you didn't hear that other part that the DM said.
I was refreshing my drink, so...
Yeah.
Lee essentially shared with you that someone chosen by the gods can see this green flicker at night, and it means that you are a chosen one, is what the tale he shared is.
I'm assuming that's what we're doing, and just clumsily rubbing my hand across his face. The chosen one!
It's like in Hook whenever the kids are coming up and they're feeling Peter Pan's face.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Truly, you are the Pan.
I think it might have been the firefly, perhaps. You are getting a little excited.
It's exactly that scene, but it's just our creepy ass party. There's nobody else around.
Nobody's washed their hands since they're like attacking these blood bags. So it's just like crusted blood and shit.
Dead badger.
Anyway, I'm gonna go fuck all this and like pick up the dwarf and like take him out the window that is now broken and like toss his corpse out there and then jump out and then like take him outside the wall and bury him. And I'm gonna try to like roughly carve for however long it takes, days or whatever, like an anvil with a hammer on top of it and like stick it in his grave.
Yeah, just roll me a let's call it a dexterity check. Add your proficiency bonus and do it at advantage because I'm assuming you're using your masterwork smith's hammer to do this.
Yes, there were a few things in there. I don't know what it is specifically. Proficiency. Oh, I see it. Do I just add that?
Yep.
Okay, so Dex plus proficiency.
Yep. So your Dex modifier plus proficiency modifier, roll at advantage. So this is going to take him some time. So during this 3 or 4 hour excursion, it finely crafted. You put some filigree in it as well, and it's this is very nice stonework. If you could take a selfie with it, you would. But
so.
Nimbus, in all your travels and all the scribblings you're making in your notebook, you ever come across dwarves that just don't understand what a fucking door is? I mean, he's so close to the ground, but yet he's throwing it up and over the windowsill to go out, and then jumps out that instead of just carrying it around like he's trying to do honor to this poor dwarf's body, and he's just abusing it, throwing it out the window like, what the hell?
So Nimbus goes, I have not learned very much about dwarves in all of my schooling and my travels among the elemental plane of water and the studies in the texts. I have, however, been exposed to this bumpkin for the past couple of nights, and I've learned 2 things. Number 1,
he froze!
logic eludes him entirely, and number 2, he has a terrible, terrible drinking problem.
Very good. Wise words. I believe I might be mildly concussed. Could you repeat the first part?
you
froze for a little bit.
Brian, you said, I'm going to tell you 2 things. The first thing is,
oh no.
Yeah. It was perfect. It was great, dude.
The first thing is that logic seems to elude this dwarf entirely, and none of his choices make any amount of sense. And number 2, he drinks too much.
Very good. I'm going to have to agree with you on all points as I believe you are very astute in your observations. We
His
may need
words
to
chugging
double
still.
check on him, make sure he doesn't do anything to that body before he gets it planted.
So you guys, it's about 3 or 4 hours of Warren getting the grave dug and chiseling into the stone after he finds a good one to put the mark into. What is the rest of the party doing during this time?
I'm gonna if we're done musing about the dwarf, I think maybe we should barricade or put up some boards over these windows. I don't want anybody seeing the lights on here at night.
Yeah, we need to start fortifying the honeypot for sure.
I'm thinking that we just keep our base to these back 3 rooms. The kitchen, this living space, we could use this as our get-together room, and maybe the other one is if you need to get away from the door for a while, you can hide in there. But let's keep it in the back for now.
You heard Captain's orders. Let's do it.
Okay,
I like it.
Yep. So through the course of the 4 hours or so, you guys grab some of the. I'm assuming you're going to take like the broken tables, the broken doors, and barricade up the open windows and the open doors. Are you making? Is there going to be any entryway that is accessible?
I think we probably want some access to like sight line. So probably have something that we can move in and out just so we can take glimpses outside. But I just don't want anybody at night seeing that this is occupied is basically what we're trying to stop.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about it off stream or through the Discord channel if you guys want to sort of draw out what you're thinking. I'll put the image up, and if somebody wants to paint on it or whatever,
That sounds good.
We can come up with that. So we don't have to do that on stream. We'll figure that out. So you secure the area without too much issue. Anything else you guys want to accomplish through the course of the day?
Yeah, I'd like to check the well, see if there's potable water.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
As you make your way over to the well,
And whisper into it, his strength be in me.
as you make your way over to the well, I need you to roll a percentile dice.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say I want to plug up where those centipedes are coming from, but
A 78.
Oh. As you make your way out the side door of the house.
Point of order before you do that.
Okay.
Did over that long rest, did we progress to level 3?
Oh yes, you guys absolutely progress to level 3. Yes.
Oh yeah, how do we fix our hit points in that regard?
If you just go into manage levels, yep,
Yeah.
take yourself to level 3, that will automatically adjust your hit points for you. Valkorian, when you're ready, let me know.
I have to choose my roguish archetype.
What are you choosing for those that are listening?
Well, I will be going with a swashbuckler, which is going to unlock fancy footwork and rakish audacity.
Nice. All right. As you make your way out of the house to the side door on the eastern side of the house, the cracks in the wall to the north on your way to the well, you notice about 100 meters away, 75 yards or so, a little girl standing at the edge of the tree line, looking at you.
Not a fan.
And as you look, you sort of blink to see if it is what you're seeing. You see a wolf running off into the trees.
I take off in a dead sprint.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. So you begin moving. Let me look at the speed. Okay, so you begin. It's got about like I said, about a 75-yard lead on you, and as you begin taking off into a dead sprint through the trees, you can see it weaving in and out of the trees, and as you're not gaining, so you're only able to it's outpacing you, and it goes from 75 yards.
All right, wait. So it starts at 75?
Yep.
All right, so I assume it would be rolling at disadvantage, but while I'm running, take the short bow and shoot at it.
Roll an attack at disadvantage because of the range, not because you're moving and shooting.
Okay. So my range is 80 and then 320. So would it just be a regular attack then?
Well, it's
Okay.
80 feet, so it's at 75 yards. So it's
Oh shit! Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
So you go running out, and you see this wolf darting in and out of trees. You pull an arrow from your quiver. You pull back and you loose.
That's a miss.
The arrow embeds into a tree, and you hear a twing as the wolf turns and around the corner of the tree and continues to run off into the
Continue
forest.
chase.
Continue moving. Make me a survival check as you try to keep track of where the wolf is going.
Oh, that's a +3. 16.
Yeah, so you see again the wolf's it's gaining distance on you as it continues to move away at a faster pace than you can see, but it passes over a bubbling brook. It leaps across the water and moves up into a copse of trees behind, and you lose sight of it.
Do I notice the little girl's tracks at all?
No, you don't, but you do notice the wolf's tracks. What you would think would be 4 tracks, you're seeing only 2.
Right.
Right.
So, but they're definitely wolf's tracks.
Yeah, it's like the wolf is moving on all fours away from you, but you're only seeing 2 wolf tracks as it moves away.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna call out, little girl, little girl.
That'll work.
Yeah, that didn't sound creepy at all.
You hear nothing.
I wonder if my neighbors in the next hotel room overheard that. And probably, what the fuck's going on over there?
Jeffrey Epstein in hiding.
It's terrible.
Go try to retrieve my arrow.
Yep. Roll the percentile for me.
Did we hear any of this?
I don't think so.
You recover your
No,
arrow.
I didn't say anything. I
He
just
just
took off.
He went tearing off into the woods.
All right, I'll continue looking around for any human tracks on my way back to the go back to where I saw her, and then head back.
Yep. Just make me a survival roll. It took about 10 minutes for this whole thing to go down.
21.
It's clear that it appears as if you see 2 small footprints, and then you see the 4 footprints, and then the 2 footprints. And then as you're as you're playing back as you were chasing it, the footprints shifted from 4 to 2 throughout the path that it took.
What the fuck?
Right. Well, I owe the captain an update, so I'll come in. Captain Bones.
Yeah. What's up?
I was out going to check the well out there. There was a wee little lass. She was standing there out yonder by them trees. Then I saw a wolf moving into the area, so I made pursuit. Found some pretty interesting tracks out there. Apparently, this may be one and the same individual. A little girl in one form into some type of lupine form, where she becomes a wolf and then was turning into a 2-legged wolf going forward. We may want to go take a look in the area. I was just worried that it was a wee lass about to get set upon.
Yeah, well, so you're saying you found a little werewolf girl, is what you're trying to tell me right now?
I don't want to jump to conclusions. I just wanted to
Okay.
make sure the little one was all right.
I'm just thinking if you saw a little girl out there and you couldn't catch her, and I see how you dance, how you fly. There's no way that little girl got away from you. Right, Valkorian?
Right.
So we can assume let's just say it's a little werewolf girl. And if there's a little werewolf girl, there's a little werewolf boy. There's a little werewolf man. There's a little werewolf woman. And they're all out there in the woods staring at us, and they know where we are now. God damn it. Fucking werewolves.
Teats and all, Captain. Teats and all.
Sorry. I don't know.
Oh my god.
We might have to go have a little search party, see what we can find.
Invented a pantheon of wolves.
All right. So it's still early morning, past breakfast time, or I'm sorry, past lunchtime at this point after the burial and whatnot. During that time, Nimbus and Maris, what were you doing?
Patching the roof.
Okay, patching the roof. Cool, got it.
And working on fortifications that we will detail off stream.
Cool. Yeah, we'll do that with an image. So with that being said, it's about midday, coming up on 2 o'clock, late afternoon, I should say. Do you guys want to do anything else before we proceed to close out the stream? Any other actions or activities you want to do tonight? Do you want to talk about the plan? What do you guys want to do?
I think we need to pay some mind as to what we're going to be moving into coming forward.
Yeah, so I think what we want to do probably is we need to discuss as a group while we're doing the fortifications and around the house. We'd all literally be nailing and sawing and whatnot while we discuss
what are we going to do when the ship comes? What do you guys think about the guano farmers or not farmers? What were those guys? The guano
harvesters?
gatherers the guano harvesters that work for the magician in town. And what do we think about trying to infiltrate the weapon supply that's going to the tradesmen on behalf of the lizardmen? And what should we be? You know what I mean? And we'll have that discussion off screen and come up with what we talked about.
Nimbus, I think you're hitting the nail on the head. No pun intended with the hammer there. But yeah, I think making alliances is what we need to be doing, and I think Carl's crew might be the key to this. If there was a way, and this is just my recommendation, perhaps I'll go and move and try to make an intercept. And out here in the K, as we're getting close to where we're at, I could disable her. There's for you non-sailors out there, there's a singular rope that goes through the rudder, up to the bow, over the mizzen, across the mast and down. From underneath the ship, I could sever this, thus basically rendering the rudder inoperative, leaving us somewhat dead in the water till they were able to get a new vessel in, or a new line set up. They'll probably be trying to signal you that they are in peril, and would welcome any type of assistance coming in. You would then be able to bring that crew, should you be able to recruit them, and we'd be able to take the ship unawares.
That makes sense to me. My largest concern is going to be with tipping off any of these sons of bitches that were with Jask. At this point, I don't want to betray the trust she's given me, and I really think we need to make sure their weapons are delivered, which they're working on. We could do that anyway. Perhaps fuck Ned Shankshaft up in the process by putting some explosives in those weapon barrels. Send some maces and swords flying, and I'll go find the bitches. Explosives, that is. And work with her on planting those secretly in the wagon. Make a little distraction, and then we can attack.
Well, I got those smoke grenades, if you remember, from the item shop a while back.
Those will make the weapon smoky, sure. No, sorry.
That's all they had in regards to explosives.
Yeah, we have some time. What's the date? The 4th?
Yeah, how much time do we have?
It just turned because it's you rested, so it's Thunder Day, the 4th of Pale Sun. You guys still have
11 days.
11 days.
11 days.
So we can go meet up with the crew and.
We also need to interrogate if we're gonna send a clear message. If we're gonna send a clear message to the ship that everything is all right and maybe they shouldn't panic, might help our little buddy out there on the ship. We should figure out exactly what I think you sailors call them standard operating procedures are for warning and calling in the boat that everything is okie dokie. That's practicing my French.
Yeah, and you guys, I don't know if you recall, but you guys had mentioned that last stream or stream before last to go talk to Welgar, Brian handed at the Procan Temple, because he probably knows Procan's code. You guys had mentioned that as well. So
yep.
To fully figure out what the code says.
We'll figure that out off stream.
All right. So for those that have tuned in tonight, appreciate you being here. Lemony, always appreciate your contribution and playing along with us at home. We do have a Discord channel that I've opened it up to allow non-cast members to access to it. So if you look at down in Twitch, there should be a link to Discord. You can click that. That'll take you to our Discord channel, and you can engage with us there and talk to us about the game and what's going on and characters and things like that. Obviously, there's some channels to talk about behind the scenes type stuff, of course, but other than that, it's a great place to engage with us. That being said, what happened tonight? The party with a horrible idea decided to try to clear out the attic. You got 2 out of 10.
It was a good idea.
It got 2.
You got 2 out of 10.
2 of them.
2 out of 10. Which
20% ain't bad.
20. I'll take it. It's better than I got in sociology in high school. So it's a first period class. You guys cleared out the attic, took care of the sturges up there, made your way through the rest of the house, and Bones discovered the centipedes that have been hiding in wait in the kitchen since your first encounter that you walked by. But in searching through the sink there and the cabinets and stuff, they came out and attacked. You were able to dispatch them, and then you guys Warren buried the dwarven body, Kelgar, in Clogdar, just outside the walls, and made a really nice headstone for him as well. Valkorian saw a small girl who ran off into the woods and her footprints at least appeared to transition from a small girl's footprints to a quadruped wolf to a bipedal wolf, and then sort of back and forth throughout. Pretty interesting. And he shared that back with Bones, who had a pretty good theory about where men, where cousins, where everything, where women, and then you guys talked about what your plan is going to be. So we'll talk off screen in Discord about what you guys want to do for next session, and move this forward into the next phase of the game. Really appreciate you guys. I love having the full cast back. Great session tonight, and really appreciate the folks that were able to tune in and watch us. It was a good session. So everyone's level 3 now. Please make sure to go in to D&D Beyond and update your character sheets, add your hit points, and make your third. Level 3 is a big level for most characters. You get to choose archetypes and sort of the path for your character. Level 3 is that first milestone where you're pathing out your character's future. So I encourage you all to take a look at that and decide what you're going to do. And we can talk about that on next stream as well. So we'll see you guys next Monday night at 8:30. Ramshackle Production signing off. Thanks for tuning in.